Hi guys, it's Debbie, and today I would like to speak about TAARE ZAMEEN, directed by Aamir. The title of this film has been translated to Like Stars on Earth, and it follows the life of Ishan, an 8-year-old child which suffers from dyslexia and other non-specified conditions which prevent him from carrying out simple tasks such as tying his shoelaces, buttoning his clothes, catching a ball, and he struggles to keep up with his classmates' schoolwork. Along directing the film, Aamir also portrays one of Ishan's teachers and the first person to recognize his symptoms, as their parents would not accept their child's behavior, which they just put down to being naughty. So the plot covers the story of Ishan from different points of view. It shows all the different situations connected to his disability, because not only we see how Ishan's mind envisions the world that surrounds him, how he overcomes his struggles on a daily basis, but it also shows the point of view of all of those close to him. And each character is a symbol. It represents the struggles that a child with disability will encounter. We meet Ishan's father, which is the stereotype of the pressure of society, the pressure to excel, the need to complete all the necessary steps in life. Get a degree, get a respectable job, earn good money, settle down. You can't do it, you're making up excuses. His mother instead represents the guilt of those that could have been more understanding. All her life she had worried about being the best mother with the best child, to the point of actually forgetting to stop and care for the boy. In one point she actually asks herself, where did she go wrong with everything that she had tried to do? Ishan's schoolmates, which laugh at him for not being able to read or complete simple tasks, represent society which will always judge or scorn without even knowing the truth. Ishan's teachers represent the structured and non-flexible aspects of our society. They criticize different ways of teaching, alternative methods to keep Ishan more involved, as if we all had to follow a fixed set of rules. And Nikumba instead represents those that see beyond the stigma and recognize the true needs of people like Ishan. Aamir here represents a person that goes beyond society's standard fixed rules and tries to teach his students more about being kind, nice, caring, rather than focusing on the educational system's stiff requirements. And this is a recurring theme in Aamir work, as in 3 Idiots he represented a university student which would excel in all of his work, but which absolutely despised the rigid, structured educational system which aimed just at giving a degree to hang on the wall, obtaining a well-paid job rather than the actual educational component. I personally really enjoyed TAARE ZAMEEN. It had a premise which could have been carried out in a very cliche-filled manner, but instead I found it had a very different and interesting perspective on the whole concept. For example, most of the characters in the film don't immediately change their mindset and attitude towards him. That's how society works. That's how messed up it is. That is how mean people can be. It will take a long time before the stigma will be completely overcome. It will need much more than the words of just one teacher. And another example is when Nikum proves to Ishan's father how degrading his attitude towards his son can be by forcing him to read the instructions to a game in Chinese and then scolding him for not managing or not even trying. I love Darsheel Safary's portrayal of Ishan, which again avoided being characterized through many cliches and which in the end did the correct thing of portraying the boy's childhood innocence. And I also really liked the animation of the dancing letters. I also liked Vipin Sharma, which although portrayed a controversial and in some points detestable character, really did a great acting performance. And although the songs that were included in the film didn't stay with me as much as they did with 3 Idiots, I really liked the one that introduced Ishan's father with all the robotic daily routine which you must absolutely follow. So in general I enjoyed watching TAARE ZAMEEN. I don't think I would watch it again, but just because it's not the kind of film I usually watch, but I would recommend it as a touching, thought-provoking and refreshing point of view on the topic. Let me know what you thought about TAARE ZAMEEN with a comment here below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe for more movie related content and I'll see you soon. Bye.